We're told the future is inevitable, that humanity is destined to merge with machines, that progress is a one-way street, a relentless march toward a utopia of perfect efficiency and instant connection. We celebrate every new gadget, every leap forward, as a win for humanity. We've been promised a future of limitless everything, but they forgot to tell us the price. A price that isn't measured in dollars, but in the pieces of ourselves we're forced to give up. What if that promise is a lie? What if the real cost of this relentless progress is being systematically cut off from the world around us, and even more terrifying, from the world inside us? A price measured in our connection to nature, and maybe even to something more. We're sold a vision of a clean, digital, almost magical future. But what's the actual cost of all this convenience? We summon answers from an invisible cloud and stream entertainment from nowhere. But this digital world isn't a wispy, ethereal thing. It's shockingly physical. It's less like a cloud and more like a global network of roaring, power-hungry factories hidden just out of sight. Behind every simple AI query lies a sprawling infrastructure. Global data centers, the humming brains of our digital society, are on track to consume as much electricity as entire countries. By 2026, the International Energy Agency projects their electricity demand could hit over 1,000 terawatt-hours. That's a figure roughly comparable to the annual energy consumption of Russia. Generative AI is a primary driver of this explosion, with its massive computations consuming staggering amounts of energy. This isn't magic. It's a colossal industrial process, often powered by the very fossil fuels we're trying to leave behind. But the most insidious cost isn't just environmental, it's personal. It's neurological. It's the quiet severing of the ancient bond between us and the earth. And it starts with something as simple as finding your way. For millennia, humanity navigated by the stars, by landmarks, by an intimate, hard-won knowledge of the land. We built complex mental maps, engaging a part of our brain called the hippocampus. London taxi drivers, who famously must memorize 25,000 streets, show an enlarged posterior hippocampus, a physical testament to this profound spatial skill. Then came GPS. Today, we blindly follow the blue line on the screen. It feels like a convenience, but it's a form of cognitive outsourcing. It's like taking an elevator instead of the stairs. It's easier, but with every ride, the muscles you need for climbing your brain's navigation muscles get weaker. Research from University College London shows that when we use GPS, the activity in our hippocampus and prefrontal cortex, the parts responsible for navigation, goes dormant. As one researcher put it, our brain has switched off its interest in the streets around us. We are no longer active participants in our journey. We are passive passengers. A 2017 study confirmed that heavy GPS use leads to a decline in spatial memory. The more we delegate this skill, the more the underlying neural pathways atrophy, like a muscle that's never used. That panic you feel when your phone dies in an unfamiliar place isn't just an inconvenience. It's a symptom of a lost capacity. We are becoming strangers in our own world, guided by a satellite but disconnected from the ground beneath our feet. This isn't just about losing our sense of direction. It's about losing our sense of place. This disconnection isn't just happening out there in the world, it's happening in here. The same forces cutting us off from nature are systematically eroding our own consciousness, shattering our attention, and outsourcing our very sense of self. Think about your phone. It's not a passive tool. It's an active agent rewiring your brain. Once every 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Each buzz is a carefully engineered interruption. We call it multitasking, but neuroscientists know it's a myth. What you're really doing is task switching. It's like being a plate spinner at a circus, frantically running from pole to pole just to keep everything from crashing down. You're not focused. You're just in a constant state of preventing collapse, and it's exhausting. MIT sociologist Sherry Turkle calls this condition the flight from conversation. We're trading the rich, nourishing, home-cooked meal of a real conversation for the quick, empty calories of a text message. A post lets us present the self we want to be, avoiding the vulnerability of a real-time encounter. Turkle argues it's in these real conversations that empathy is born. By running from them, we're chipping away at our ability to understand and feel with one another. This erosion goes even deeper. We're outsourcing our minds. We don't need to remember facts. We have a search engine for that. We don't need to cultivate taste. Algorithms curate our music and news. It's like hiring a butler who not only does your chores but also does your thinking for you. At first it's a relief, but eventually, you forget how to think for yourself. In this new culture, we settle for what Turkle calls the illusion of companionship without the demands of friendship. We are becoming a society of people who are, in Turkle's haunting phrase, alone together. Plugged into our devices, we can be with one another, but also perpetually elsewhere. This creates a nagging anxiety. Numerous studies link excessive screen time to anxiety and depression. The blue light from our screens disrupts our most basic natural rhythm sleep like a streetlight shining in your window all night, telling your brain it's always daytime. If we are unable to be alone, we are more likely to feel lonely. If we don't teach ourselves how to exist in solitude, we will only know how to be lonely. So here we are, at a crossroads. The path of progress has led us to a world of unbelievable technological power, an unbelievable internal and external disconnection, and this forces us to ask a terrifying question. As we merge with our machines, are we upgrading, or are we just disappearing? We're seduced by the promise of becoming more than human, smarter, faster, more efficient. But in the process, we risk becoming less. We are chipping away at the very qualities that make us human. Our capacity for undivided attention, our empathy, our intuition, and our ability to find our place in the vast, non-digital world. The future being sold to us is a choice, heaven or hell. Is this seamless integration with AI a digital paradise? Or is it a sterile dystopia where our messy, unpredictable, beautiful humanity has been optimized right out of existence? The true price of this progress is our very essence, our connection to a reality far more ancient than any digital world. This isn't just about cool gadgets versus trees. It's about what it means to be a conscious being in the universe. The future isn't something that happens to us, it's something we create. The solution isn't to reject technology and run for the hills. The solution is to commit a radical act of rebellion in the modern age, the act of conscious choice. It begins by reclaiming the physical. It means choosing to put the phone down and take a walk without a map. It means allowing yourself to get a little lost, to engage your hippocampus, and to rebuild that internal compass one street at a time. It means re-engaging your senses, the feeling of the wind, the smell of rain, the sounds you never noticed. Research shows that direct exposure to nature helps regulate our emotions and reduces our dependence on technology. The more we connect with the real world, the less we need the virtual one. It also means reclaiming the internal. This is the practice of unitasking, resisting the myth of multitasking and dedicating your full attention to one thing at a time. It's about putting down all the spinning plates and just focusing on the single task in front of you. One conversation, one job, one moment of quiet. It's about carving out sacred spaces for conversation. As Sherry Turkle suggests, no phones at the dinner table and allowing the messy, profound reality of human connection to re-emerge. And it's about reclaiming solitude, learning to be alone without instinctively reaching for a device. This is like letting a farmer's field lie fallow for a season. It might look unproductive, but it's during this quiet rest that the soil of our minds regains its nutrients, allowing creativity and self-awareness to grow again. It's in this silent space that we can begin to hear our own inner voice again. Only when we're comfortable in our solitude can we truly connect with others, without using them as spare parts to prop up a fragile sense of self. This isn't a Luddite fantasy, it's a human imperative. It's about using technology with intention as a tool that serves our values, not a force that dictates them. It's about choosing the richness of reality over the perfection of the simulation. We are at a precipice. We can continue down this path of dissociation, outsourcing our minds and our souls until we're little more than ghosts in our own machines. Or we can choose to reconnect, to reclaim our attention, our conversations, our place in the natural world, and our own inner authority. The choice is ours. To be passive consumers of a prepackaged future, or to be active creators of a more human one. The real price of progress is only a price if we agree to pay it. What will you choose? Share your own experiences of disconnecting to reconnect in the comments below. What small steps have you taken to reclaim your attention and your connection to the world? Let's build a community around this crucial conversation.